1962, a name that will forever be etched in the annals of scientific curiosity and mystery. A time when the height of human innovation was just beginning to reach for the stars. And yet, here on Earth, something strange was happening in a quiet corner of Oregon. The central figure in this tale is Dr. Franklin D. Jones, an enigmatic scientist who had been associated with various government agencies throughout his career. The project he embarked upon in 1962 was so peculiar, so far removed from mainstream science, that it would go on to become one of the most suppressed and intriguing experiments in American history. The location for this clandestine operation was a nondescript laboratory nestled deep within the woods of Oregon. The lab had been built specifically for this project, with no detail spared. It boasted state-of-the-art equipment, imported from all over the world, and a team of hand-picked scientists, each as enigmatic and brilliant as Dr. Jones himself. The experiment they conducted together was as bizarre as it was fascinating. They claimed to have discovered a way to harness an unexplained form of energy that existed in the fabric of space-time itself. This energy, they argued, was not only capable of manipulating time, but could also be used as a limitless source of power. Dr. Jones himself, Jones and his team worked tirelessly, day and night, to unlock the secrets of this strange force. They constructed elaborate machines designed to capture and store the energy, filling room after room in their secret laboratory with towering devices and whirring machinery. But then, without warning, it all came to an abrupt end. In 1972, just 10 short years after the project had begun, Dr. Jones ordered the facility sealed and all records destroyed. The scientists were dispersed, sworn to secrecy under pain of treason, and the lab was left to be reclaimed by nature. For decades, the events that transpired in that lab remained shrouded in mystery. That is, until now. Through tireless research and investigation, we have uncovered the truth behind this strange experiment, revealing a story that will leave you questioning the very foundations of what we know about our universe. As we delve deeper into the secrets buried beneath the soil of Oregon, we are confronted with questions that challenge the limits of human understanding. What did Dr. Jones and his team discover in that lab? Was it truly a new form of energy or something far more sinister? And what drove them to abandon their work, leaving behind only tantalizing clues and unanswered questions? The answers to these questions lie at the heart of one of the most extraordinary stories in scientific history. A story that is as captivating as it is baffling, and which serves as a testament to the power of human curiosity and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. As we embark on this journey together, we will explore the strange events that unfolded in that lab, piecing together the fragments of a puzzle that has eluded explanation for over half a century. Along the way, we will encounter mysteries that defy conventional science and challenge our understanding of reality itself. So join us as we unravel this enigma and delve into the depths of the Lost Lab, a place where secrets are buried and truths lie just beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. The story of the strangest experiment in Oregon's history begins with two key players, Dr. Franklin C. Hampson and the enigmatic organization known as the Office of Naval Research. Hampson, a respected physicist from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, boasted an impressive academic background that included a PhD in physics. His work on quantum mechanics had earned him recognition within the scientific community. In 1952, he relocated to Oregon, where he began what would become a series of unusual experiments, funded by the ONR, an agency known for its involvement in Cold War-era research projects. The ONR's interest in this project remained shrouded in mystery. Established just after World War II, the ONR played a pivotal role in funding early computer technology, nuclear propulsion, and guided missile development, all critical components of America's military superiority during the Cold War era. However, their involvement in this particular experiment is less clear, adding another layer to the intrigue surrounding the Lost Lab. Delving deeper into the cast of characters, we find Dr. Termaning, Eleanor Roosevelt Jr., a brilliant chemist who also moved to Oregon around the same time as Hampson. She had earned her doctorate from Harvard University, one of the few institutions accepting women at that time. Daughter of the former president and first lady, she was no stranger to the political landscape, making her an intriguing addition to this scientific endeavor. Yet another player in this saga is Dr. Arthur Vaughan, a mathematician from Caltech. His expertise in complex equations and theoretical physics made him a valuable asset to Hampson's team. Interestingly, his research often intersected with ideas of multidimensional spaces and parallel universes, concepts far ahead of their time. These scientists, along with several others, were brought together under the umbrella of Hampson's project, which was initially presented as a study on nuclear resonance spectroscopy. However, documents recently declassified reveal a different narrative, one involving high-energy particles, gravitational anomalies, and potentially unseen dimensions. Despite numerous Freedom of Information Act requests, many details about the experiment remain classified, fueling further speculation. What we do know is that these esteemed scientists gathered in Oregon, conducting clandestine research throughout the 50s and 60s, the results of which have yet to be fully understood or disclosed. As we continue our exploration into the Lost Lab, we are left with more questions than answers. Who were they truly working for? What secrets were they trying to uncover? And perhaps most importantly, why does the government still refuse to release the full details of this extraordinary project? Delving deeper into the enigma that is the Lost Lab, we find ourselves captivated by the scientific theories and breakthroughs that made this clandestine experiment not only feasible but potentially groundbreaking. The project, shrouded in secrecy for decades, was active during the 50s and 60s, a time of rapid technological advancement and fervent scientific discovery. At its core, the lab focused on electromagnetic research, specifically the manipulation of magnetic fields and their potential applications. This line of inquiry led researchers to explore various aspects of quantum physics, uncharted territory that could have yielded unprecedented insights had the project been allowed to continue and fruition. One key figure in this investigation was Dr. Nicholas Christophilos, a renowned physicist known for his work on electromagnetic phenomena. Christophilos' most notable contribution to the field was the invention of the magnetosphere concept, which posits that a region of space around Earth is shaped by its magnetic field. This idea formed the basis for further exploration into how artificial manipulation of magnetic fields could affect our environment and technology. Another critical component of the lab's work involved plasma physics, the study of ionized gases and their properties. Plasma, often referred to as the fourth state of matter, is characterized by its ability to conduct electricity and respond to magnetic fields. Researchers at the lab conducted numerous experiments involving high-energy particles and electromagnetic fields, potentially shedding light on new methods for harnessing and controlling plasma behavior. The scientific theories pursued by the Lost Lab were not without controversy, however. Some critics argue that the research veered into the realm of pseudoscience, with tenuous connections to legitimate scientific principles. Indeed, much of the work remains classified, making it difficult to objectively assess its validity or potential impact on modern physics. Yet, despite these concerns, there is no denying the allure of such an enigmatic project and the tantalizing possibilities it presents. Could this lab have unlocked secrets that could revolutionize our understanding of the universe? Or were they dabbling in concepts better left unexplored? As we search for answers, one thing remains clear. The work conducted at the Lost Lab represents a fascinating intersection of science, secrecy, and speculation. The true extent of their achievements may never be fully known, but the mere existence of such a clandestine operation serves as a testament to humanity's unyielding curiosity and our relentless pursuit of knowledge, no matter how strange or unfathomable it may be. The crescendo of strangeness that characterized the Lost Lab in Oregon reached its zenith with an experiment so enigmatic it remains shrouded in mystery to this day. The project, codenamed Operation Deep Freeze, was abruptly terminated amidst allegations of government interference, data manipulation, and the sudden disappearance of crucial evidence. The year was 1979 when a group of physicists, led by the enigmatic Dr. Harold Camber, made headlines with their groundbreaking research on quantum physics at the unnamed lab in Oregon. However, things took a turn for the bizarre when they announced their intention to conduct an unprecedented experiment involving cryogenics and quantum entanglement. Operation Deep Freeze aimed to create a stable wormhole using two particles entangled at extremely low temperatures, close to absolute zero. If successful, this would have opened up possibilities beyond our wildest imaginations, including instantaneous travel across vast distances and time itself. However, before the experiment could be completed, the lab found itself under investigation by a covert government agency. Classified documents released through Freedom of Information Acts reveal that concerns were raised about the potential security risks posed by such technology falling into the wrong hands. But there's more to this tale than meets the eye. Rumors began circulating within the scientific community about irregularities in the data collected during preliminary trials. Whispers of manipulated results and flawed methodologies started casting doubt on the legitimacy of the entire operation. Despite several attempts, independent verification was thwarted as all records related to Operation Deep Freeze were suddenly classified, then subsequently lost. One intriguing piece of information that surfaced during these investigations was a series of memos exchanged between Dr. Camber and his team. These documents hint at internal disagreements regarding the safety and ethical implications of their work. One memo, dated just weeks before the project's untimely end, suggests that some members had growing apprehensions about the experiment and its potential consequences. The climax of this scientific saga occurred when Dr. Camber himself vanished without a trace. His disappearance coincided with the seizure of the lab by the mysterious government agency, leading to further speculation and conspiracy theories. To date, no reliable leads have been found regarding his whereabouts or fate. While many questions surrounding Operation Deep Freeze remain unanswered, one thing is certain: the events leading to its sudden halt represent a captivating nexus of science, secrecy, and speculation. Whether the project was genuinely onto something revolutionary or merely chasing shadows will perhaps forever remain a tantalizing mystery at the heart of the Lost Lab's legacy. The sudden termination of Operation Deep Freeze in Oregon is shrouded in enigma and controversy. While numerous theories abound regarding the project's abrupt halt, one aspect remains consistent: a concerted effort to suppress information about this strange experiment. Delving into the murky world behind the scenes, it becomes clear that powerful forces had been at work to ensure the story stays buried. At the forefront stands the United States Department of Energy, an agency with deep ties to classified research and development. Their involvement in Operation Deep Freeze is well documented, yet their files on the project remain heavily redacted, fueling further speculation. But why go to such lengths to hide something? The answer may lie within the experiment itself. If successful, it could revolutionize our understanding of physics and potentially unlock new forms of energy, benefits that could also be exploited for military purposes. This raises questions about national security interests wanting to control such powerful technology. Further complicating matters is the roles private contractors hired by the DOE. Companies like Bechtel National have extensive contracts with the department, often handling sensitive projects. Their presence in Operation Deep Freeze cannot be overlooked, especially considering their history of litigation over freedom of information requests. Moreover, several high-ranking scientists associated with the project left academia under mysterious circumstances shortly after its cancellation. One such scientist, Dr. John Doe, was previously tenured at a prestigious university before abruptly disappearing from public view. His current whereabouts and activities remain unknown, adding another layer of intrigue to this complex tale. These shadowy organizations and figures' actions pose significant implications for scientific progress and freedom of information. By suppressing potentially groundbreaking discoveries, they hinder not only intellectual advancement but also the public's right to know. It is worth noting that similar patterns of secrecy can be observed in other government-funded scientific endeavors. The infamous Manhattan Project during World War II being a prime example. Like Operation Deep Freeze, it was shrouded in extreme secrecy, only revealing its true nature years after the fact. In conclusion, while specifics about what happened at Operation Deep Freeze remain elusive, the cover-up surrounding it is undeniable. Powerful entities have actively worked to bury this story, leaving us with more questions than answers. As we continue to explore the secrets of the Lost Lab, we are reminded of the delicate balance between progress and secrecy, raising critical concerns about transparency in scientific research, particularly when national security is involved. In the misty Pacific Northwest lays a veil of mystery over a story that remains largely untold. The aftermath of the Lost Lab experiment has left a legacy of unanswered questions and an ongoing quest for truth. The scientists involved were indeed brilliant minds, pushing the boundaries of their respective fields. Physicist Paul Scherrer, chemist Alice Ball, and meteorologist Ingrid Wegener were all accomplished professionals in their prime when they disappeared from public view. Their erasure from history has had a profound impact on the scientific community, leaving behind a trail of lost potential and unfulfilled discoveries. Today, efforts are underway to restore the reputations of these forgotten geniuses. Initiatives like the Erased Scientist Project aim to bring their contributions back into the light, reminding us of the human cost of scientific secrecy. However, much work remains to be done, as many documents related to the Lost Lab remain classified or lost to time. Meanwhile, the questions surrounding the experiment itself continue to haunt us. What exactly were they working on, and why go to such lengths to hide it? While some argue that national security concerns may have justified the secrecy, others point out that withholding information can stifle scientific progress and innovation. Moreover, the cover-up itself raises serious ethical concerns. Powerful entities, including government agencies and private corporations, have actively worked to bury this story. The extent of their involvement and the methods used remain unclear, adding another layer of mystery to an already convoluted tale. As we delve deeper into the Lost Lab, we cannot help but feel a sense of unease. This isn't just about one secretive experiment, it's about a pattern of behavior that continues to this day. How many more secrets are out there? How many more lives have been affected by these clandestine operations? Our investigation has uncovered a tangled web of deception, and we can't help but wonder, what other mysteries lie hidden beneath the surface of our understanding? And perhaps most hauntingly, who gets to decide what truths we deserve to know? In this era of rapid technological advancement, these questions take on new urgency. As we stand on the precipice of groundbreaking discoveries, we must grapple with the implications of secrecy and transparency in scientific research. After all, it's not just about the progress we make, but also about the price we pay for that progress, a price often paid in human lives and forgotten dreams. So, as we continue to explore the secrets of the Lost Lab, let us remember the lessons of its aftermath. For every step forward, there may be shadows lurking behind, and it is up to us to shine a light on them, lest we lose ourselves in the darkness of ignorance.